Greetings, family. Can you believe it? Tay-Tay's on time. But greetings, welcome back. I am Travel with Tay-Tay. I don't want to keep you all tonight. I'm going to give people time to come in. I know that we may have some guests and everyone is in a different time zone. So, okay, I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. I hope everyone is well. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to come in. And I know this live wasn't planned. And thank you to those who will join in the live and those who will watch the replay. I appreciate you. So, as many of you may already have heard, our sister Anja Afreeca isn't doing well, and she needs our support emotionally, physically, and financially. Like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and start. You all, I know you all will come in and you'll watch the replay, but I'm just going to get started. So she does need our support, but our future ahead of us, with our future ahead of us and the ancestors beside us, there isn't anything that we can't do. I'm going to read it from the screen. With our future ahead of us and the ancestors beside us, there's nothing we can't do. Absolutely nothing we can't do. I know I don't always get it right, but I am a firm believer that any platform a person has should be used for reasons like this. Whether we like or get along with someone shouldn't denote from helping a kinetic sister out when the time is needed. And this is the time. I can't do much, but this I will do wholeheartedly, open-heartedly, and to the best of my ability. You all, please let me know that you can hear me. I want to make sure that you all can hear me because last time I had issues with my microphone. So I'm just going to do an introduction and then I have a guest that wants to come in. I do appreciate and support, appreciate everyone that has been supporting this sister throughout this trying time. You know, no one wants to wish this on anyone. And this is the time that we need to come together and support each other. Hi, good evening, Miriam. How you doing, sister? So I'm just waiting for the video to change and I'm going to get into this. But Sister Anja is also known as Andrea Martin, is a 56-year-old beautiful soul with one son from Reading, Pennsylvania. We are reaching out to our followers and subscribers because as a community, we must look out for each other. Many of us want the opportunity to travel and possibly even live on the continent, and Sister Anja is no different. She only wanted to live out her dream of being closer to her roots, and she shouldn't have to go through this alone. You don't have to know her to want to wish her well. You don't have to know her to share this information with your own communities. You don't have to know her to donate to help her cause. Hello, everyone. Hello, Zena. Hi, Grace. Experiences like Sister Anja's speak volumes on how it truly takes a community to get through life's trials and tribulations. If any of us were either her family, friends in this situation, we will want as many people as possible to organize our safe return home for care. I don't think anyone can attest to that statement. In her time of need, Sister Anja needs as much financial and emotional support as possible to heal fully and peacefully. She, like any of us, is a sister, a mother, a daughter, a friend. So let me bring in a guest. Sister, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Thank you so
How are
much for
you?
joining us. I am well. Thank God. I am well. I hope to see you soon.
Yes, sister.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor. I know it's late over there, but thank you so much for joining us.
Yes. Thank you for allowing me onto your platform and giving me this opportunity to express the importance, the urgent need for contributions to the GoFundMe page that has been opened by, her name is Kelly Watts. She is a friend of Anja Africa, and by her brother, Robert Martin. Those two together have put together a GoFundMe page. It is important, vital, urgent that we come together as the strong community that we are and help support this sister. Every dollar counts. You can look at the goal of $175,000 and get overwhelmed. And I'm sure her family and friends feel that way. But if each person gave $1, we could make a significant impact on getting Anja Africa home. Why does she need to come home? She needs quality care that she cannot receive from the Gambia. And just like Anja, who had a dream to come and set foot in Africa and make the Gambia her home, um, I am in that same glory. I'll use that word. Thankfully, I am not in her position. But if I were, I would hope that my sisters and brothers would hear the call and make a donation. Thankfully, I'm not in that position. Thankfully, Tay Tay, when you travel, you are not in that position. Unfortunately, Anja is. And we need to be sensitive to what the ancestors are telling us to do, wants us to do, and be mindful that we have to shut out anything negative that does not uplift, encourage, and send healing. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for everyone that was on the Zoom the other day. Thank you so much, Miss Leslie, for, you know, um, orchestrating that, for putting that together. We appreciate you.
I believe that we have a platform, the YouTube content creators, we can use our platform for good, and reaching out and telling people to like and subscribe and share really has nothing to do with um, putting money in our pockets. It has to do with sharing knowledge and real information. And so the emergency is real. We're happy that Andrea is still here, but
Amen.
American care, she's not going to get that in the Gambia, unfortunately.
I
And
agree.
so the goal is to get her back to the States if possible, or to the UK, which was expressed in the GoFundMe details. But it would allow her an opportunity to get the best care possible.
I
And
agree.
so we are rooting for Andrea. There is
Amen.
a host of women who have heard the call. And, I just want to share with the people that are listening, that are um, um, on this live with us. I just, if you don't mind, I want to just give you an idea of what happens when a person is admitted in the hospital here. Because
Please share.
I was telling a friend of mine that the hospitals in the United States is one step down from being a hotel. When you're in the hospital, they give you a gown to put on and it's clean and it's changed often. They give you meals, 3 meals a day. I think there's snacks in between. I'm not quite sure anymore. It's been a while.
Yes.
There are
Whatever's on the
nurses.
floor you can get.
That's right. There
Mhm.
are nurses on board who are there to assist you. If they're not available, there is a button you can press and some will come to your aid. And they give you quality care. You may have a shared room, but the sheets are clean, there are towels. You're not getting that in the Gambia. And I didn't realize that until another friend of mine was ill. When they talk about inexpensive care, that's because all of the, I call them bells and whistles, or what we would call the regular stuff, is not provided. And
Mhm.
so if you're going to eat, someone will have to bring you your food. If you need a change of clothing, someone is going to have to bring you clothes. And then they have to wash the clothes and bring more for you. They feed you, your friends feed you, your family feeds you. Then they take the dirty dishes home, they wash them, and then they bring more food back. So we are being responsible. The women and men here in the Gambia have been providing food for Andrea, clean clothing for Andrea. So the services um, that we would be accustomed to is not here. And therefore, the cost can be a little bit lower than what we would be paying for. But like they say, you get what you
What you
pay
pay
for.
for. Mhm.
Yeah. And in this situation, when you are ill, you want to be in an environment that's clean and that's comfortable, that may be air conditioned or that has heating, and be able to press a button if you need to and someone come to your aid. And so there have been women here that have rallied around her and continue to rally around her every day to make sure that she is getting the best care that she can. But for her to get quality care from professionals, she needs to be airlifted out of the Gambia. And that is a big endeavor. We are working on the back end, Sister Tay, to talk to elected officials and people who could maybe address the U.S. Embassy directly and help push the envelope to get her to a better place where she can be treated properly. But in the meantime, we understand that it takes money to do that. Now, I've heard people say, well, why don't we just call the U.S. Embassy? Let them do it. It's
There's a
still
fee.
costly.
They're not gonna
Yes,
do it for free.
that's
Eh,
right. Um,
That's why
I
this
think,
is so important, sister, because no
yes,
matter who helps, we want the government officials to step in. Of course, we want that. But we also will be here saying, hey, we raised this amount of money. Everything helps.
that's right.
Everything helps. Yeah.
Because once she gets home, because I believe that she is going to get home. I believe that. We have to believe that.
Amen. We have to have some faith. We
Do
have
you
to
know
have
what's
some faith.
interesting? Tay, I'll tell you something interesting about being in Africa. I believe that anything that you can manifest can come true. So I'm manifesting
Amen.
that she is going to be airlifted out of here to safety, where they can take care of her and give her the care that she
That she
needs.
needs. Amen.
But that money, that bill is still going to be outstanding, and
Correct.
it's being pressed on her son, if I'm not mistaken, to pick up that responsibility.
And
And
he
that
is
is
21. That is too much of a responsibility for a 21-year-old. That's like buying a house with no house. Not
exactly,
that, not that Sister Anja isn't worth way more than that, but realistically, the only way to really do this is to crowdfund. That's the only way we can
exactly.
really do this. And we can
That's
do
the
it.
only way. I believe we
We
can.
can do
I
it.
believe
We,
we can.
we have the spending power, and this is the time that we should, especially with everything that has happened in the Gambia, you know, collectively, as a community, if we come together and help this sister, assist this sister in coming back home to get the proper care that she needs, this will not only, I just feel like it would bring us together more, because there is a lot of division. It shouldn't be, but I feel like this will bring us together more, and us working together to get this done, I see is bringing us together. Met some
Yes,
amazing sisters on the Zoom that I've never met before, but we
yes,
all came together to get this done, and I'm appreciative, because I would want someone to do this for me if it was me.
yes.
Yeah.
So, for those that are on the live now and anyone that's going to hear this later, please, I implore you, I beg you, I beseech you, find it in your heart to help Andrea Martin, please. Andrea is a very interesting woman. I'll tell you a story. I think I may have shared this with you or was with someone else. She had a store here on the main strip off of Bertel Harding Highway. It was called Waste Not, Want Not. And I was really impressed with the idea that she had to open up a store, because people came here with their, used clothes and old clothes and their favorite pieces, or they didn't need it anymore. And she would collect them, put it on a consignment or whatever, and then she would sell them. And one, I can't remember. It was right around this time of the year, because it was a little chilly in the air. You know what I mean? Like it was that Gambian chill that is not really cold, right?
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
like 42 degrees or 7 degrees. There's no snow on the ground, but
Correct.
my
But it could get
but my
cold.
it got cold my first winter. I was like, "Oh, so this is kind of chilly." And so I went into her store and I saw a burnt orange sleeveless puffer jacket, reversible, with the hoodie and fur on it.
Mm.
That jacket cost me about 500 Dalasi, which was like
At a
pennies on the
$50 exchange
dollar.
rate, about $10, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I was like, I need this jacket. I love it. It's kind of nippy outside and it's going to make me feel better. Girl, I walked on a road out there to that jacket trying to get to my next destination. By the time I was halfway there, that jacket was off. Okay. I have never worn that jacket again.
It was that warm. It got that
It got
warm.
warm. Yes,
It's quick, quick. That's the
I'm like,
Gambia weather.
what are you doing? You're walking around with fur. It's all sunny and everything. And even though, I see a lot of Gambians walking around with like a wool hat on and they do have on
That's
a
all I was gonna say. You
sweater.
blended in because they I seen them with puffy coats and everything. I'm like, man, they look like they in New York. They freezing though.
Exactly, exactly. But I still have that jacket in my storage bin. And if I ever decide to visit the States in the winter, because
You have a
if I'm
jacket.
going to go, it's going to be in the summertime or the springtime. But if I ever decide to go, let's say in the fall, girl, I'm going to look fly in that jacket. I'm
I
going
know that's right. That's I'm happy that you shared that story because one of the things I wanted to do with the foundation was to have something like the Salvation Army. And to know that
yeah.
she was doing that, is the store still open? Is that is that the business that she's doing with Global Green Book or no?
So the store, as far as I know, is not open. Now, if you're doing it at a different location, that I'm not aware of. Once
Okay.
I moved from the Senegambia area, and went further out into the country, I'm putting that in quotes, into the village,
Mhm.
I don't get a chance to be on that roadway anymore. So the store itself, I know she had closed. There's something else there. But I'm sure with all of those beautiful items that she
Mhm.
had, I would really like to hope that they're doing something else instead so that people can get their hands on those beautiful things. But she had a wonderful store.
That's
We
smart
had a
though.
Juneteenth event there also. We had a Juneteenth event, I think the second year that we were there. And we had a meal at her shop, and we invited some people to break bread with us. And it was a really nice environment. It wasn't a lot of people, but it was enough to feel like we were like a Thanksgiving almost, if you
Mhm.
don't mind my
Yeah.
saying that, because we were just so happy to be in the Gambia. And I
Right.
remember there were a couple of women that had come by the store who had just visited and had heard about her store on her YouTube channel, and you could just see the happiness. You see this picture here? It was that happiness. We all walk around with these goofy smiles on her face, greeting each other, sister, brother, welcome home.
Yeah.
And
Extremely
and it's
happy to be there,
yes,
right? Because
yes,
sometimes it's just a dream.
that's
It's
right.
just a dream.
It's
But we
just a
started
dream.
out with faith and we made it. Yeah.
Yes. And with
It's
my
always like that
sister,
when we get together, though. When a group of
exactly.
us
It's
get
like a
together, it's,
party.
it's
It's
always a
a
party.
party. No, so I'm going to tell you something. You know how we get when we get together. We start getting a little bit loud, and the people start looking at us like, "Why are they so happy?" But
Very true.
it is what it is. So that's always the exciting part. As a matter of fact, she did come to that was the we did have a Juneteenth event, me, her, and some other people. Not a lot. We
Was
were
that on
all
the
dressed
beach?
in white on the beach.
I
Yes.
missed it. I went to
Mhm.
a concert. I missed it. I did see pictures. I did
So
see
I'll tell you
pictures.
about that one. A lot of people didn't come because it was early. They were like, "Why is it so early in the morning, 6:30?" And I'm
Man,
like,
we try
"Look,
to beat the
the
sun.
ancestors said be there early." So I was just trying to be obedient, but
Mhm.
it was a small group, but it was still it touched people, and it made them feel good. And so I looked at the picture recently, and it reminded me of things. And I'm happy to be doing this for Andrea, because when she comes out of her slumber, she's going to know that there were people that really loved her and rallied around her.
Amen.
And I know, it's so, I won't even mention that, but I know that she would know that she is loved.
Amen. Amen. And for those that excuse me, for those that who are going to see her, who have the opportunity to go and see her, when I get there, I would like to see her. Just sit down and, whether she can hear me or not, read to her, or we need emotional support. I know one of
Yeah.
the sisters said that in the group, she needs emotional support as well, because to be walking around and healthy, and then to go through this when you're trying to do something good for your body, that has to be, I can't even imagine. You're good one day,
Right.
the next day you not. It's like, what the heck is going on?
Mhm.
So having the emotional support and knowing that, like you said, when she come up out that slumber, to know that we rallied around her. There are a lot of single women in the Gambia. There are a lot of
That's
single women in the Gambia,
that's
and
right.
it's not that, whether people have men or not or whatever, but as an American, I just feel like we need a real strong support system. you know
It's
um
here. It's
it
here.
is,
It's
it
growing
is,
more. Yeah, it's
it
growing
is.
more. And I think that it has to be very intentional because um you know what? When we first arrived, no one had a car. We did everything on foot. There weren't a lot of restaurants that we could go to. It was the
Mm.
only place we all hung out was in the village or soul food joint. That's where we were. So
Wow.
a lot of times that's where we met other people and we connected and we would exchange numbers and greet each other as we walked on the road.
Yeah.
Now that we've gotten a bit more settled here and we're in cars and we're traveling
People have
differently, maybe
businesses.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
business exactly. We've
Yeah.
moved out further. Not everyone's
Correct.
moving around every day. And so it's different, you know.
when
But
did when did
still,
Sister Anja come? When did she come to the Gambia?
oh, I can't be exactly sure. I want to say it was 2020, sometime in
Oh, around the same
2020.
time a lot of us came. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I always thought, some people were there way longer. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Thank you,
we
Global Green
came.
Book. She said 2020. Greetings, bag. Global
Okay.
Green Book. Greetings, everyone. Peace, Des. I do want to, there was a comment that came up, and it said, "Hi Shantae, will the repass be asking Go Black to Africa to amplify the need for crowdfunding since he has a larger platform?" I know multiple YouTubers we have reached out to, or people have reached out to multiple YouTubers, but I didn't, I forgot about Go Black to Africa. I don't know if someone did reach out to him, but thank you so much, Purple Rain. We will forward that information. So, as many platforms, as many people that have as many platforms that can share this information, everyone knows different people. The more people that know, the more money, the more donations will come in. And like Miss Leslie said, a little goes a long way. It doesn't, it all counts. It all counts. If you have $2, you have $5, whatever, the sister just needs assistance. The sister just needs assistance. But yes, Miss Leslie, is there anything else you want to say? If there is anyone else that want to join, just let me know and I will post the link. Um, just sharing some love for the sister and trying to raise the monies to get her back to America. Yes, Miss Leslie did say something where, they were saying that they can get her to the UK, but we would prefer her to come home to the US. That way we know that system. Going to the UK, because of the situation that Sister Anja is in right now, she needs 24-hour care, and we don't want her to go to the UK if she does not have the same support system that she would have in the States. I think that's the best way to say that. But I'm going to keep going, Miss Leslie. If you want to jump in, just jump in. I know it's late there. Um, I just want to say thank you to everyone, like I said, that was on the Zoom the other day, and the boots on the ground that are taking care of this sister on a daily basis. Miss Leslie just talked about that. Um, In hours, the GoFundMe was set up, even though many of us were in different time zones. One of the sisters even stayed up past midnight. Bless you, sister. We thank you for that. Um, I do want to say this. The monies that you see what the GoFundMe is for 175,000. And if you look at that, you will think, oh my goodness, that is a lot. But I do want to say this. Um, we heard back from the ancestors and they said, damn, they are proud of us, right? In 2 days, the GoFundMe is just shy of $4,500. And that's just 2 days. Yes, we know that other, GoFundMe's are fast, but I'm grateful that we're seeing that because the care for Sister Anja every day is not cheap. And like Miss Leslie said, we when we go to the hospital, yes, we complain about the hospital bill, but I think we may take things for granted because of the system that we were born up in. And we have to, the sisters or whoever's on the ground that's helping her, whether it's a male or female, they have to get her clothes, they have to feed her. And it's not easy. But thank God you all have donated. Um, but this is where faith comes into play. I know people are not spiritual. I mean, people may be spiritual, not religious, but believing in something that we don't see. And this is a high mountain, but I do know that nothing is too hard for the ancestors or our creator. And us, we're made in God's image. We small G's, but we're made in God's image. And if we put the right energy in the right place, we can make this happen. I believe that we can make this happen. Um, I know that this is all we can do. Yes, Ms. Lessing said that there are government officials. I'm happy that people are stepping up and they are helping and they are having conversations. But all we can do right now is try to raise funds for this sister. That's all I can do. I feel like that's all we can do until we can get where we need to be. Now, I do want to say this. Greetings, Alexis. I do want to say this in the comments and in some conversations, traveler's insurance has come up. And I want to address this. I want to go ahead and address this. So, per the research that I have done, I found out that there has to be a return date. So, this poses a problem for someone that has moved and is living abroad. Smiley Coast, hello. So I think this is something that I think should be explored more within our community. I do believe that because we're not Gambians. We're on foreign soil. And if something happens, we're seeing what can happen. So no one wants to wish this on anyone. This has happened to Sister Anja, but we do need to take this as an opportunity to try to create something, even if it's not as a whole for ourselves, some type of emergency fund if something happens. Healthcare is healthcare, like Miss Leslie was saying, it is an enormous issue abroad. No one wants to get sick and be in the hospital abroad. You don't even want to get a cut and it doesn't heal properly. You don't want that to happen. So we know that patients that travel abroad, you can get proper health care or proper insurance if you have a travel date coming back. If you're living there, I think that's going to pose an issue. So Purple Rain said, do people have Medicaid, Medicare, medical insurance in the Gambia? I don't think so. Miss Leslie, do you know if they have medical insurance in the Gambia? I think they just go to the clinic or the hospital and they have to pay the bill.
Yeah, they have to pay the bill. As far as I know, I'll say it like this because I'm not sure. I've never had to actually look to see if they offer medical insurance in the Gambia. But I know that they offer car insurance in the Gambia,
Correct.
but it
Correct.
doesn't ensure that when you have an accident, your car is repaired. It's a very small amount of money. I think it's 1,000 Dalasi for the year. You can convert that. So it's not a lot of money.
So that's for third party insurance. When
Is that third?
my car, I have
Uh-huh.
full coverage. You can have full coverage. It's about $200-300 a year, which is nothing.
Which is
You can
nothing.
have full
And
coverage.
I didn't know that. And what does that give you? If you get into an accident with someone, is there a company or someone that repairs your car for you?
So, if you get into an accident, it seems like the insurance, so it depends, right? So if it's just a minor fender bender, then the person that hits you is going to have to pay.
And
Now,
how does that look? Let's just stop there for that minute. How about the local taxi driver? How you think you're getting any money?
so you just have to hope and pray that someone that hits you has some insurance.
Okay, okay. So with
It
that
really
being
is a
said,
gamble. I'm happy you said
it,
that.
it
It
may be
really
the
is a
same
gamble.
thing with medical insurance. You're hoping and praying. Okay, I'm leaving it
Depending
like
on
that.
what is covered. Yeah. But that's a
Mm-hmm.
great question, Purple Rain. And that is something that it's worth looking into, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they have medical insurance in the Gambia and what it covers.
But it
I
would
know
still
that
require people to come and feed them.
yes,
You're gonna
and
still need
clean
food brought
because
to
they
you.
don't have environmental services. They do not
That's
have
right.
cafeteria services.
That's
It would
right.
be nice if some wealthy Americans or people from the West can come together and we can create, a clinic or something. But it's just it's building up a system that is developing, and we see things that are needed, but slowly but surely things are changing, right?
Yeah.
We're helping, but on a large scale, I think there are certain things that really need to be looked at because healthcare is and everyone coming over is not healthy. Some people are on medication and things like that. We have to literally take that into consideration.
I agree. But
Mhm.
I will tell you there are doctors that are coming from the United States that where Gambia is on their radar. And we had an opportunity to speak with a few female doctors and um, explain to them some of the things that are happening here. And so change is coming. I believe that we are living in exciting times in the Gambia. And as we get more settled in and experience certain challenges, we learn from them and we ask ourselves, what can we do so that if and when it happens the next time, we're prepared? Because even though it is a challenge being here, people are still coming. They want to come, they want to live, they want that 80 degrees or higher weather. They want to be by the ocean. They want to experience what I call 1985 all over again, where life is slow and
We get a
simple.
second chance. Yeah.
Yes, I keep saying we are back in the future.
Yeah.
We
That's
the
what Bagging
internet.
was saying.
It's
Yeah.
it's it's like the internet. We are. I call it AOL. We're back in AOL days.
Dollar. It's true. It's true. And being in the Gambia or being on the continent will definitely make you slow down. For the people
Yes,
that are fast paced, it's gonna make you slow down and smell the roses, whether you want to or not. Now, either someone will accept that peace and that slowness, or it's gonna drive them insane because it's not as fast as the West. It's definitely not as fast as the West.
that's right. But you will learn that. I think so. When you come here and you shed the thoughts and the cares and desires of the West, and you learn to smell the coffee, smell the roses, smell the cow dung, whatever it is that you're smelling,
You'll get a
And
lot of whiffs.
learn exactly. You just learn to relax
Yeah,
and you'll find yourself breathing a little bit more and learning that it's not as important as we thought it was. And that's a part of our healing. And it's a part of our our reversing some of the health issues that we have so that
yeah.
we won't have to end up in the hospital if possible, you know. So we could come here with our illnesses and stuff like that, and then we could start to navigate differently,
And heal
mind,
is so
body, and
true.
soul.
It's
That's right.
yes, because it's definitely healing. I just this is why, like with my life and fitness and nutrition, I just want to share that because I do know that if someone is open to change, they can literally, their life can be so different in Africa. It can be so peaceful. They could come up off of medication. I know a sister that came there when I she had got there just before I got there, and she said she was walking with the wheelchairs. There are plenty of times where I saw her, she was like, mm-mm, she is walking without it. But she say every time she comes back to America, it's a problem. Her
Hmm.
body, rejects. So the continent is definitely healing. And these are things that we definitely have to keep in mind. Bag said that, yes, indeed, the American doctors are coming. And that's good. One of the things we wanted to do with the foundation is to have workshops where people are masters at their craft. Come and share your skills. Come and share your skills with the people that are in charge. That's the only way that some countries are going to develop. All these Americans that are here, all these people that are from the West, if the message is welcomed properly, the country can really develop. Some people got some paper, not Tay Tay, but some people got some paper. Mm. And some people have some skills that they want to share, but that's why this community is so important. It's so important. And this is showing that you said we are here. This is showing that we are here. We are here for each other. Whether we met, I've never met the sister. I've seen pictures, but she is my sister. And I wouldn't, no one wants anyone to go through this. So I'm grateful to each and every person that are doing something to try to get the sister home. Global Green Book said the GoFundMe will help with the ongoing care that will be needed upon my sister's return as well. Each and every penny is needed. Yes, it's a lot to get her there, but God, hopefully, the people that are working behind the scenes, we are going to see a miracle right before our faces because we need it. There are too many sisters that transition there, and we don't want that. We don't want that. So I'm grateful that everyone is doing their part um, to try to get the sister back. Bag did say, in regards to the car insurance, nothing I've heard of. It's a lot of paperwork with the car insurance. It's a long time before you get anything. At least it was explained to us. Well, I can say I saw with my own eyes. I believe it depends on the car insurance company. I have Royal Insurance, right? Um, because my car is worth a lot of money, I'm like, I'm not playing with the third party and this, that. I didn't want to play with that just in case. And then also, I'm not um, regretful of the things that I did in the Gambia because if I was trying to live there, if I was going to live there, these are things that we should know. Does the insurance work? Do the court system work? Do this, do that, right? Does this work? Does that work? At least we will be able to experience it. And I did see firsthand a situation with someone, a car, and the insurance company did pay. Now, what they did was, um, the amount was based on how many years they were with that car insurance company, and they were with the car insurance company. I think it was 2 years. um Tay Tay was eavesdropping, so don't judge me. But I think it was 2 years, and they paid them 25,000 Dalasi, and they did have full coverage. So I guess it really depends on the company, but the person was also non-Gambian. I should say that. I don't know if that matters, but the person was also non-Gambian. So in regards to the travel insurance, you all, I would say this. Um, Explore travel insurance whether you have a return date or not. There's nothing wrong with calling and getting information. Contact them for yourself to gain knowledge, to gain your own understanding of what they offer, what's covered, and what is needed for each and every individual. I do know that if Sister Anja, sorry, I'm getting cold. I do know that if Sister Anja had a return date and she had travel insurance, medical evacuation is covered. It is covered. So that is something that, people in the future, if you're coming there, you have health issues, look into getting travel insurance, especially if you're just coming there for a visit. Look into getting travel insurance, see what it covers, ask your questions, write down your questions, and ask the representative. And I would say call once, call twice, call three times, because we all know that everyone that answers the phone and give you information, they may not know their job. But if you get 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3, then you know what's covered. And ask them to email you something. Ask them to send it to you so that way you can see what's covered and you can read it for yourself. It just shows that we have to be advocates for ourselves in all aspects of life. All aspects of life. Thank you so much, DS Cleans. So I'm going to keep going, you all, because I only want to be on here for an hour. If there is anyone that want to speak Global Green Book, I know that Anja is your business partner. If you want to come on and you want to speak, just let me know. I will drop the link in the description. I just don't want, when you do lives and you drop the link in, people will just come in and be disrespectful. So I don't want that. So I will send you the link. I don't know how to do it behind the scenes. I don't know how to do that. They said sometimes you can have a secret chat. I don't know how to do that. Bag said, like the courts, it works, just takes time. Yeah, they do move slower than the West. And sometimes when it comes to the court system, and when it comes to the court system in the West, sometimes, cases can take years and years. So it's one thing about being in Africa. You have to be ready for the fight. Sure. Global Green Book. Okay. Um, Let me do this. I'm going to post it and then I'm going to delete it. Okay. So let me see
Sister,
how
you
I,
want me to give it to her through WhatsApp?
please.
I think I
Thank
have
you
her
so
number.
much. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that. Thank you so much. So it does take time. And one of the things of being in Africa, we have to find some patience, baby. I mean, I'm speaking from personal experience. We definitely have to find some patience and realize and understand that it's a different system. Sometimes we're looked at properly, and sometimes we're looked at improperly. And we just have to learn how to maneuver. Sometimes you want to fly off the handle. We also know that when you fly off the handle, you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. So it's just learning how to move and having people in the country that grew up where you grew up and talking to them and us sharing our experiences, that makes a difference. Someone else's experience may not be your experience, but I guarantee you we all have a story. We all have a story. So our sister was living in the Gambia. I'm just going to give some people some background. This is in the description. um our sister was living in the Gambia, and at the end of 2023 she went on a fast. Unfortunately, she quickly became severely dehydrated, which caused her to be admitted to a hospital. While there, unfortunately, she caught pneumonia and purportedly had a stroke that induced full body paralysis. Um, she's been in the hospital since the beginning of January, and because of this, we know the bill is increasing every day. We did talk about, I have this in my notes, but we did talk about how the hospitals in the Gambia or the hospitals abroad are not like the hospitals in America. And I do want to say this, when I gave my first update, I knew certain things, you all, but I refused to share the information until someone from the family gave me an okay. And that is just being responsible. No one wants their medical information out there, but we do know that in order to request funds for a GoFundMe, that we need to share this information. And I hope Sister Anja doesn't mind, but people have certain questions that they want to know. So thank God to the people that created the script and things, and share the information, and the YouTubers that are sharing this information. Thank you for everything, and thank you for the privacy, right? We can share things, but we don't have to share everything. So unfortunately, the sister does need care. She does need proper care. So blessings upon blessings to everyone who is doing their part to make sure that the sister is receiving the proper care in the Gambia. And now we're just trying to raise the money to get her airlifted out of the Gambia and into New York, preferably the United States. Like I said, there was talk about bringing her to the UK, but we're not British, and I don't know people over there. I don't know who knows people over there. I just feel like it'd be better if we can get her back to New York. Now, I just want to share this as to why I believe why it's so expensive. I know when Miss Veronica did transition, the the price was quoted as to transfer her remains back to the States was around 30,000. So, we're like, oh, this is way more. This is asking for 175,000. You know, I believe that the huge price difference is due to the medical care that is needed during the transport. If you all read the description in the GoFundMe, unfortunately, the sister has full paralysis. She cannot talk, she cannot eat, she cannot walk. She is being fed um parade through a tube. So she's going to need care to um she's a doctor, oxygen, whatever is needed to transport her is not the same as transporting the remains of someone that has transitioned. Sister Anja, contrary to what some people think, she's still there. Her spirit is still there. She's breathing, she's still there. She is not gone. So more care is needed to transport her. That's why it's so expensive. And I wanted to share that because there may be people that are questioning, why is it so expensive? So I just wanted to share that it's not medical transportation is not cheap. I mean, from what I see, they're not even putting them on a regular plane. They are, I think it's a private plane. From everything, all the pictures that I looked up in medical transport, I could be totally wrong. I didn't go extensively into this, but I do not think it's like a regular plane, a commercial plane that we get on. I think it's a private plane. Private planes are expensive, but nothing is beyond our control. Nothing is beyond our power to raise this money. We are African Americans. Our spending power is in the trillions. We can raise this money. There was a sister, she's a TikToker, and she has 3 or 4 children, and she did a GoFundMe. Unfortunately, she had cervical cancer, and she did a GoFundMe, and she was asking for 15,000. Sean King shared it. Maybe we should contact Sean King as well, but he shared it, and she got 694,000 US dollars. So it's not like the monies can't be raised. It can be raised. It's just getting the information out to the masses and to the right people. I don't have a large platform, but I'm going to share what I can share and do my part. So, like I said, the sister is still alive. She is alive. And we know that this isn't living and it's not what she wants. So, it's imperative that she return to the States for care. Now, we don't even know if the paralysis is temporary. No, it's not cheap. Bag, it's not. It's not. But hopefully the people that are working behind the scenes, that are government officials, we're just praying. The sister that was on the Zoom, the people that other people know, all we can do is have faith that it's going to happen and just do the footwork. What do they say? Faith without, the Bible says faith without works is dead. We're doing the works. Now we just have to have the faith that she's going to make, that she's going to make it home, that we're going to get her home. So I will pin the verify GoFundMe link in the comments. I do want to say this, Empress, I'm going to let you on. I do want to say this. If you are curious as to where the donations are going, who will receive them? I know anytime someone does a GoFundMe, it's like, well, where's the money going, and this, that, and the third. I'm here to tell you, her Kelly Watts, her longtime sorority sister and sister friend, I think they went to college together, and Robert Martin, her brother, are the people who will be handling it. You can also go to, if you're in the Gambia, you can go to Smile Lounge and Zola Cafe in the Gambia to make an in-person donation. Her daily care is still, you know, it still has to be paid. So if you're there, you want to donate, you're in the Senegambia area. I do not know where Zola Cafe is. If someone knows, drop it in the comments. But if you're there and you want to make a donation, then please stop into Smile Lounge. I think Zandela is there and Zola Cafe. Okay, so I'm gonna let this go, and then I'm going to let Empress in. Sister, greeting.
Greetings, sis. How
How
are
are you?
you?
We're
I've seen better times. I've seen
blessed.
better times. Yeah. Thank you for doing this. We appreciate of it
No
as
thank yous
well.
needed. No thank
Yeah.
yous needed, right?
We have to give each other more support and just put our arms around each other and uplift each other. And this has been a very challenging situation for her family, as well as all those who love her and know her and are, who are close to her. So, yeah, we want to put more positive vibration out into the universe on these platforms, especially to offset I don't even know what the agenda was, but to really stop the momentum of blessing and helping our sister. People think it's very simple, and so did I, because I was at fault of this as well. I thought this whole process was very simple, and it was like boom, boom, bang, but it's not.
Mm-mm.
And so in the interim, I had shared on my platform, why we didn't come forward initially. We are human beings on this, and even though we're on YouTube and we share our platform, we are protective of what we do share.
Mhm.
And every aspect of our life is not for your entertainment. And as my sister and as my friend, I'm not here to report the news on anyone's business. I have known many things that have gone on with multiple people on YouTube, both positive and negative, and it's not my place to put it on the internet. So that, but it doesn't mean that things aren't being addressed, people aren't talking, people aren't in communication. And so when people, um, who are it seem like have a lot of time on their hands to just try to figure out what the next content that they can put on their channel. I'm not going to say that's wrong or right because everyone has their niche. However, it has caused a serious issue with those people who are actually trying
Mhm.
to do well and who are not part of this YouTube community. and they are being negatively impacted on what they can do, and we're being I'm gonna tell you, my sisters who are in the Gambia, I'm so appreciative of.
It's okay, sister. It is okay. Because I was
I'm
crying over
so
there.
Yeah, I'm so appreciative. If you all knew the efforts and everything that they're going through and doing and pulling together to help Andrea, you would definitely rally around her, and you will also rally around putting a stop to people using people's lives as content. It's really, to me, it's a sick situation. Um, the thing is, people change. You can be well today and getting better, and the simplest thing can just change your whole momentum, and then it becomes an emergency. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not that we waited, the people who were helping her waited till it was in dire needs. That's irresponsible. These are grown adult women, our elders. Some of them are old enough to be our mothers. These are well respected people in the community, and they have common sense. So when
And
the
this,
time came that we needed to speak out and go to the larger community, it was done as we seen it was needed.
mm-hmm.
No more, no less.
Mm-hmm. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a quick turn, right? She was getting better.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that, because that's something that we don't look, we not going back to Africa for negativity. That's not what we going back for. And I'm grateful that, me included, people speak up, but some people, negativity just needs to be ignored, but I do agree that no one's life and what they're going through should be used for content and views. That's disgusting, because it can
Yeah.
happen to someone in our family. It can happen to the person or persons that's doing it. There's a such thing as karma. No one wants, Sister Anja don't want this to happen, and no one wants that to happen to her. So thank you for addressing
Exactly.
that. But this shows that in spite of the enemy and negativity trying to creep its way in, it doesn't have to work. We are standing together for this sister. People are rallying, around her. People don't understand 24-hour care. 24-hour care is feeding, clothing, bathing, everything. That's when you really know if you love this person, that you're doing this for someone. So I know you say thank you. I say thank you. I don't even know who's doing it, but thank you to the sisters and the brothers, the boots on the ground that are looking out for the sister when she cannot look out for herself. This is
I'm
what
so
it's
yeah,
about.
yeah. And it's a real, and I have to say this, there's definitely a real community in the Gambia, because the way they have really just organized themselves to make sure, okay, this is what is not provided in the hospital. All right, we need to get together and create a schedule so that we can make sure where the hospital is deficient, we can step in and help with this. And these women are come and brothers are doing this out of the goodness of their heart, out of their own pockets. They're not being compensated for this. They're doing it out of their own pockets. And everyone is not wealthy or rich. They're working people. They're people on retirement. There are people who are living on a fixed income, and they are saying, okay, we will make this sacrifice to make sure that our sister is okay. And you just don't know how blessed that is. And like I said, you never know what community is until you're in a position when you you have no choice but to depend on community.
Hmm.
And there is a real community in the Gambia, and I just appreciate love them.
It is. It is. Thank you so much. Bag says, thanks, sis. We will all get through this. Put that negativity in the trash. Keep doing what's right for Andrea. And that's all we can do, right? Miriam said, just because you don't know what's going on, you just don't speculate. It's not proper. We like Empress said, we're all grown. We're not children. We know what we supposed to do and what we shouldn't do. And to speculate on someone's health is that's I don't know what that is, but it's nothing good because we wouldn't want that done to us. But bless you, Global Green Book. Thank you so much for
Mhm.
sharing. Is the store still open or
Yes.
no? Waste not, want not.
No, no. We closed the store due to building issues and mold and a long story.
Mhm.
And we
But
were
that's a
working
great
on doing some
idea.
other things, but that's for another time. It's so hard for me to think about business right now.
No, I
Um,
understand. I understand.
yeah, yeah. But
But thank you so much.
whatever is manifested will manifest. And thank you
Amen.
for allowing me to come and speak on your platform. And thank you, everyone. And please, whatever, even if it's $1, $2, $3, or a prayer, please support Andrea because this is an ongoing situation that will need assistance afterwards because she has one son. He's a child still, 20,
Yeah.
and this is a lot. It's going to be a lot for him as a young
Mm,
man. So it's definitely going to be need for ongoing care for her, and that's one of the biggest reasons for the GoFundMe so that we can make sure that she'll still continually be taken care of to get her back to where she was prior to this.
correct.
All right.
Correct.
Okay. You
It's
all, I'm gonna go
fine.
back in the chat. I'm gonna go back in the chat and watch, listen, and thank you.
Thank you so much, sister. In the comments, in the chat, you all, the GoFundMe is there. I don't know if it's clickable. Let me know if it's clickable or not. If not, it is on my page. It's on Bag's page. It is on Global Green Book's page. We have shared the GoFundMe, and to this date, we have. The last time I checked, it was almost at $4,500. So I know that we can do this. I believe we can raise the full amount. But if not, let's just keep doing and see the end result. But Global Green Book, I'm gonna reach out to you and maybe Kelly and Miss Lesline, and maybe we can reach out to, like I said, Go Black to Africa, and like Purple Rain said, Go Black to Africa, and Sean King. All we could do is try, right? Someone said a closed mouth doesn't get fed. That's what I saw. Okay, I will do that. US repats were not speaking out after SI was asking for donations. I don't know who SI is. I and others in the US were looking for a place to donate. We want to help and are helping, but closed mouths don't get fed. And that's why I'm grateful that Empress Global Green Book came on and she expressed why things weren't said. It's not like people were trying to keep things, but no one thought that Sister Anja was going to take a turn for the worse, right? No one thought that. She was in the hospital. People thought that she was getting better, and then we don't know. People are not doctors and we're not God, and things happen. But I it's something that we can take into consideration in the future, Purple Rain. And I do agree, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Knock, and the door will be open. We have to, you know, try to speak up and keep as much privacy as we can, because like Empress said, being a YouTuber or a content creator, we share our lives. But then, The other side of it is, people want to take what you share and turn it around for the negative and want to dig into your past and do whatever. And it's like, when people do stuff like that, it's like, okay, you have too much time on your hands and you're miserable. I don't need that type of energy around me. It's like the celebrities. I'm no celebrity, but the celebrities, they're out there in the world, and people think that just because they are a celebrity and they're on TV, they're making music, whatever, that we have access to their whole lives. No, certain things people should keep private. And I believe when it comes to your medical, it should be your medical information that's private, HIPAA, But thank you to the people that did share. Yes. Thank you for the people that did share what was going on and gave us a script as to what we should say and what we shouldn't say. Thank you so much for that. And, you know, I hope that people do donate, continue to donate, you know. Prayers up for Andrea. Even then, good people exist amongst them. I'm just going to close this out, you all. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to pin the GoFundMe. I know you may see other people going live because everyone has a different platform. I know a lot of the people that follow people in the Gambia, they all follow us. But if we continue to just push this out to the masses, push this out to the masses, spread it on your Facebook page, spread it on your Instagram. I'm going to put it on my Instagram. I'm going to share it on my TikTok, on all of my platforms. I'm going to share it. And I would request that others do the same. Some people give and they don't even know who the person is. They just read it like, $5, you know? So, yes, prayers for Anja and us all. So, please share amongst your communities to spread the word further. And let me just finish this up. Good night, Bag. I know it's late over there. Thank you so much for joining us, sister. I'll see you soon. I'm going to be up in your garden trying to get some vegetables. Tell the family peace and blessings. Fananjama. So, Sister Anja's case is a matter of extreme urgency, you all. Extreme urgency. Good night, Global Green Book. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining. And she is in dire needs of donations for her to be transported out of the Gambia and back to the United States to receive the medical care that she needs to heal properly. Yes. So may the donors' finances be multiplied in abundance for your giving. For those who want to give and can't, please pray for her, the family, and all of us. Thank you so much. Yes, safe journeys. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all very soon. Thank you for listening, you all. If Leslie, you want to say anything for closing, I am closing out. I just wanted to thank Leslie for coming, Miss Leslie for coming on. Thanks, Empress, for coming on and speaking. And thank you to everyone that joined the live and was in the chat.
Yes, very quickly, I want to say thank you to everyone that has participated in this live. Um, Thank you to the Bag family. We met with them over the past weekend. Someone had a birthday party and called me and said, please invite the Bag family to my wife's birthday party. And I'm like, okay. And they graciously came out. And so I do appreciate them. What I want to express is that even though most of us are YouTube content creators, we're just people.
That part.
And we have lives and things that we do off screen that is private and personal. And even though we want to open up and share, we want to not share everything. Sharing is something that you do voluntarily. I want to tell you something. Um, do you know that there are mornings when I don't want to be seen in public unless I got my makeup on? This is why the screen is black because It's 1 o'clock in the morning here in the Gambia,
Mhm,
and I
mhm,
don't have time to be putting on any makeup and making sure that my hair looks good, you know. And so being in front of the camera, you want to be at your best. Can you imagine being sick and in the hospital and someone is asking for your picture?
mhm.
So my joke is it could be a clone. You know, they got that movie about cloning Tyrone. So I mean, this thing that everybody wants evidence, 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 and you can always refute the evidence.
Mhm.
That's why when you give from the heart.
Amen.
I'm from New York. If I give to the homeless, I'm not going to wonder what's he doing with that money. I'm going to believe that I was led to give it to him. And I say, God, you deal with him.
Mhm. You in New
And
York?
so,
I didn't know that.
yes,
Kinda heard it.
girl.
I kinda
And
heard
it's
it.
it's it's there, it's there. Sometimes we try to cover it up, and be a little bougie about it. But yeah, when I'm comfortable and it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm tired, it's gonna come out.
It's gonna come out.
It's gonna come out. But I say this in love. Give. I
Amen.
ask you in love, give. I
Mhm.
beg you in love, give. We have the opportunity to do something great from one human being to another, from one Black American to another, whatever you call yourself.
Amen.
Give, do
Amen.
it,
Mhm.
and be
Yeah,
great. I want to share something too, real quick. People we come here with sicknesses and sometimes we don't. Girl, if you slip in the bathtub, you can go down real bad, right?
that's
With
true.
these wet showers. And
That's
so
true.
you never know, or you could get hit by a car. You just never know
Anything
when
can happen.
something would
You're right.
happen to put you in the hospital.
Mhm.
And I think that because of the lack of good quality care. Look, these doctors don't have on gloves.
Mhm.
When
That's true.
other people are coming in to feed their family members who are also in the hospital, they're not washing their hands. They don't have on gloves. Germs are being transferred.
We know the
So a
hospital is
person,
not the
yeah,
cleanest place,
no,
period.
it's not exactly. And then come into a different environment, and then it can become dangerous. And so a person can be doing well, and then all of a sudden take a turn for the worse because there's bacteria that even we don't see that could be attached to different things, whether it's the needle, the mask, the whatever. But when
Mhm.
I saw her, she was talking with me. That was the first day we had a conversation. But the she needs to go back to America so she can get the treatment that she needs. And I think we can make it happen by
I
faith.
I agree. I
We're going to
agree.
believe and we're going to make this happen. So Tay Tay, you said you're coming real soon, but girl, she may be already in America when you
I
get
know that's
here.
right. I know that's right. That I will be happy and celebrating on that side that we switch.
Yes,
Right?
yes. And then
Yes.
you come reach out to me so we can celebrate and have a little drinky together and cafe.
Amen.
It's not Zola Cafe, it's actually Cafe Zola, but
Cafe Zola. Thank you.
that's the
Where is
spot. Or
somebody did tell me where it was.
it's in Madiba Mall in Bruford Gardens, and all the Americans hang out there now. And the
That's
old
why
tap building.
I've been there, but I think I've been to a church there. It was a Nigerian church on like the second or something floor.
You're
Okay.
probably right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Like going towards Ghana Town.
correct.
Okay. All right. All right. Yes. Oh, Alexis, you're a New Yorker too. So y'all real New Yorkers. I'm a fake New Yorker. I was a Long Island person. They call us the fake New Yorkers.
We will accept you. We'll accept you.
Thank you so much, sister. I know it's late. Thank you so much for joining us. You sleep well, and we will continue to rally on this side while y'all sleep.
Thank you. Peace, family, and
Peace.
ashe.
Ashe. All right, fam. Yes. Hi, Queen Jata. I know. Look, we got all these people in the Gambia here. Thank God for joining us, you all, because I know it's late there. I know it's late. Good night, Ashe family. Ashe. Purple Rain did say I'm gonna say this. Purple Rain said when you are paralyzed, you're even more susceptible to infections. Um, I don't doubt that because you're not moving, you know. So that's why I said thank God to the sisters that are coming there and cleaning her and doing that. And that's humbling, right? You know, this experience is, I think, is humbling to everyone. But I get emotional. I'm a Cancer, y'all. So everything is my emotions and feelings. So y'all will see me tearing up and, you know, getting emotional and stuff. But it's because I'm passionate about certain things. And I know that this is, you know, like Miss Leslie said, you know, when Sister Anja wake up from the slumber, you know, she's going to be so grateful to the people that have rallied around her and showed her love physically, emotionally, financially. You know, blessings to the people that are, you know, helping to take care of her out of their own pockets. I just pray that the ancestors and God continue to bless you because you are being a cheerful giver. You just know that that's going to come back to you 100-fold. There's a reason why Oprah is so rich, besides her being a gatekeeper. There's a reason why she's a giver. There's a reason why I feel like I'm blessed. I ain't rich, right? I got about 1,000 to my name. Let me stop. But I'm just saying that, you know, when you are a giver, whether, you know, people take advantage of that or not, when you are a giver, the universe blesses you. You're putting out that positive energy. It's going to come back. So thank you so much to those who has given, to those who are going to give, to those who can't give. Please continue to pray for the sister. Send her light, love, and positivity. Right? But $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, we got that. Y'all take care. I'll see you in the next video. Yeah. And those in the Gambia, take care. See y'all soon, God willing. Very soon. And if you need something, please shoot me an email because time is winding down. All right. Thank you, y'all. I love you all so much.